as the blossom prepares for her daring swim.
Okay, so I've just decided I'm gonna stay right here and continue talking to you guys. So I tried to move. Whoa. Okay, palm tree. Yeah, let me just let you do your thing for a while. The swim challenge. I completed a swim challenge. Swimming has been a big fear of mine for a while now. I'd say that I was a novelty swimmer before, but what I really wanted to be was a competent swimmer. I could do like maybe 3 terrible strokes and then completely be out of breath, completely be tired, and I definitely couldn't venture into waters that I couldn't stand in. I mean, it's pretty ironic considering that I live on an island, but my story isn't actually that unusual because a lot of the people that I do know actually can't swim very well. I mean, a lot of people on islands can't swim very well, and no one's really noticing how crazy that is. Yeah, I hope that this whole journey and watching it hopefully inspires more people to get out there and be more connected to their island. So I got a lot of help with this swim challenge, and one of the people that I met up with in order to do this was Omar. Omar is a swim god.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omar.
Omar is a 19-year-old national swimmer. He's part of the CJ's swim club where he trains 5 days a week at the pool and 3 days at the gym. He's medaled at the 2017 Goodwill Games where he gained a gold and a bronze, and also medaled at the OECS Swimming Champs in the men's 4x100 medley and freestyle relays where he came in second and first.
It was coming towards the end of 2015 and I'd made my second national team. We had a meet in December called Grand Prix that we don't have anymore, unfortunately. But so it was coming up to that meet and I trained so hard, so hard coming up to that meet. And I was like, this, I'm gonna do something at this meet, you know. And I finally broke some big barriers in swimming, you know. Finally swimming 26 in the 50 free. Finally swimming under a minute in the 100 free. Swimming under 105 and 100 fly, you know, things like that. And it was then I realized, you know, maybe, you know, I can really make something out of it. And then coming into 2016, I made my first curfew team. And that was probably one of the biggest accomplishments.
So what advice do you have to young people who want to pursue unconventional careers in the islands?
No matter what anyone says, just stick to it.
Nice.
I know you might seem, you know, like the odd one out, or, you know, it's not the norm. Just stick with it. You know? Be that odd one, because once you finally make it, you'll feel a lot better about yourself.
And what tips do you have for someone like me who wants to learn to swim?
Swimming is a sport that's very difficult and requires a lot of small things. So don't get too sad when you don't meet those expectations.
But do you think I can do this challenge in 2 days?
Yeah.
Why?
You seem like a very determined person.
That is true. Got this. Swimming is like a very intricate dance and there are so many things to remember. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the easiest experience. So I gave myself a checklist of things to remember based on what Omar was saying. It was my breathing, you know, making sure to actually breathe and making sure to try and sustain a pattern so it's easier to maintain. What am I most comfortable with? Because you really have to find your own groove. And do I breathe after every 2 strokes? Do I breathe after every 4? You know, what's gonna work best for me?
Odd numbers, opposite sides. Even numbers, same side.
Am I hitting it?
So here my techniques improved a little bit more. I'm actually starting to breathe, but my form is still pretty poor because my head is just coming above water way too much. It doesn't look good. Now that I see it, I don't notice it when I'm in the water, but now that I see it, I can see that I'm really straining myself, and doing that could really throw off my balance, make my legs kind of fall in water.
So back to the checklist, just to keep this on track. The checklist basically comprised of the arms, learning to keep my arms together, learning to kind of bring them, so you can see, trying to like make this V with them when I'm bringing them back, and then after I bring them back to a place where I can't, move back anymore, that's when I kind of lift it up.
So here Omar is really trying to show me how to cut through the water with my arms in the most efficient way possible, to really kind of push it behind me once I get in there. Yeah, he does this really well. I mean, he does not let the water get in his way at all. He kind of just moves through it like it's air, basically. Now here I'm looking a lot more confident in the water. I'm really focusing on my arms, and since I was focusing on my arms, I completely forgot to breathe again.
Bruh.
How do I even breathe? I don't know how. This is a whole new thing to learn. Breathing underwater, or breathing between being underwater and above water, is so different from just breathing on land, as you can imagine, like duh. What I had to learn was to breathe out through my nose when I got under the water, and I think once I learned that was a tidbit that Christian gave me, and it was like my eureka, because it really made the difference. And so I was like breathing out through my nose when I got into the water, making sure that I emptied my lungs, and then I go to suck up some air, once I was comfortably out of the water. Swim challenge took place about over a week, but technically it was 2 days. I meant to do it over last week, Saturday and Sunday, but on Saturday I got the news that there was a storm approaching, and I didn't want to take the chance. I mean, I'd be a new swimmer at that point, and I didn't feel comfortable in waters that could be, turbulent. So I decided to just do it on the Sunday instead. Sunday we got some good footage. We got some good time, but the sky was overcast and we could see the storm was approaching. And by Monday it was just like so inclement. I just didn't want to risk going out. So the challenge was supposed to be 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I was expecting it to start storming on Saturday, which is why I postponed it. I called it off. The whole of Saturday was just so beautiful, sunshiny, and I'm at home and being taunted by the sun, literally. Well, not literally, but So I decided to go ahead and do it and start it on Sunday and like go into Monday. And it actually seems like it wants to start storming. My nerves are fraught, and I really just wanted to do this. I woke up with so much energy to just get in the water. It was really exciting yesterday, getting so much better in such a short space of time. And I actually feel more comfortable with the water now. Like I want to enjoy it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna chill here for a while, see if the weather clears up. It's not super heavy, and let's just keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't get heavier. I realized that a big inhibitor to me actually swimming is kind of a bit of a fear of the ocean that I have. Because even when I was just sitting down in a pretty shallow area, every time the wind kind of went over me, it felt a little bit scary. Catching up some fish in the sea. Okay, let's do this. I think from after I master my elements, we'll time how long it takes me to swim. What do you think would be a decent amount of time? How about I see how long it takes you to swim the distance first? So then, if I swim the distance in like the same time, we'll know that I've gotten pretty good, since you're a pretty good swimmer.
Okay, if you want to embarrass yourself,
right? There's the pole over there, and I'm just between it and our stuff, which is over there, and that's the distance that I'm gonna have to swim. So we're gonna see how long it takes Christian to swim it, and if I can swim it in the same kind of time, then that means that, yeah, that your girl actually got good. Guys, Guys, I feel so bad. I forgot to press start. So I had to tell him that I actually didn't record that part. But you know, we're just starting this whole vlogging thing, so it's not that easy, and I feel bad. Like, look at how hard he works, and I have to tell him now. But you know what? He might not be that surprised. What happened was, no, he already knew. He already knew. So yeah, we're gonna do it one more time, okay? On my signal. Whenever you're ready. Ooh, butterfly. Getting fancy with it. Don't need a hand to hold tight. Don't need a love that's all mine. But sometimes I just want somebody. I mean, I think, oh no, he's pretty much there. He's almost to the pole. You can see the pole. Oh, he's there now. You stopped at 155 and you started at 118. So maths, I'm thinking it was 37 seconds, right? 155, 118, 155. 37, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. Pretty good at math. Okay, let's do me now.
Now, here, I think I was just too overconfident. I clearly reverted to a lot of bad habits. For one, I was keeping my arms way too far apart, and they're just really floppy. I have no control over them.
Keeping my arms high. Deciding when I want to breathe. I didn't get a good rhythm with that because I started doing like 1-2s. But at least I'm keeping to the same side, which means I'm developing rhythm. It's kind of late for a black girl, but still. What?
Trying to tell you hold the weight for you to put that hand out.
Huh?
You're not waiting for the other hand to meet the other hand. That's why you're not going anywhere. Better. Better. High elbows. Better. That was much better. You see, you got more.
One of the things that was actually on my checklist was to make sure that the other arm has met the other arm, like one arm has met the other arm before you bring the other arm back. So they kind of always have to meet. And once I remembered that, I went back into the ocean and I got my groove. I did really well. I did so well that I started not swimming in a straight line anymore, and I started swimming far out, and that was such a scary experience. I nearly died, y'all, but I didn't at the same time. What happened was I swam out pretty far and I didn't realize I was swimming. I was just on a roll. Like I was like, I can
I
sustain
think I have
this.
that on camera.
Okay, I heard Christian call me and I turned back and it kind of occurred to me how far he was, like how far I was out. I didn't notice how far I was going until I started hearing my name being shouted at over and over again. And I turned around and I saw that Christian was shouting at me, and I was like, he was shouting my name, and I was like, okay, well, what's going on? And then I realized maybe I'm far out, but I don't really think so. So let me just try and touch water. You know, my feet did not touch water. The water was the ground, sorry. I said, I thought to myself, let me try to touch the ground. Let me try to touch the bottom of the sea. And yeah. You know what? A good piece of advice I learned from a friend afterwards is if you are not sure whether you're too far out, maybe don't try to touch the bottom of the sea, because that shit can scare you. Like, that can scare you if you actually dip below water, and that's exactly what happened to me. I gulped water. I was scared for a split second, and then I realized, no, I need to, like, the worst thing that's like the biggest advice people have been giving me, is that if you're afraid, that's the easiest way to drown. If you panic, that's the fastest way to drown. I can actually float pretty well, and so it was a split decision to flip on my back and kind of float. And I waited, well, I didn't wait for Christian to come save me. I can kind of float and make myself move. So I tried to move. Whoa. Okay, palm tree. I'm appreciating the breeze though, I can't even lie. It's such a beautiful day. So anyway, I decided to float on my back and try to make my way towards the shore, even if it was gonna take me some time, because I'm most comfortable, you know, in that position. And before I knew it, Christian had like dove into the water. He grabbed me by my arm and he was kind of like swimming back with me. But I wasn't too scared, to be honest. And I think not being scared and overcoming that experience just made me want to go out there even more. I'm not afraid. I'm actually ready to go back in. Do you want to come in with me? Take the GoPro. Yeah? I think I just need to do some more practice, and then we'll try this whole distance thing. But first I need to practice swimming in a straight line, clearly. But you can kind of be my safety in there.
Like I have been.
Yeah, true. You've been
It would be
good.
kind of dumb to attempt a swimming challenge with no swimmer.
Will show you. Okay guys, day 2 challenge. I did a lot of practicing on all my different techniques, but guess who's back? Omar! So we brought Omar back. As you can see, he's very dry. We're gonna work on some of the technique. Well, I'm gonna show you how advanced I got with the technique that you taught me the last time. Okay. So the main points I remembered was the arms. I needed to keep them high. I needed to keep my hips high. Yep. Right? We worked on kind of swaying with the water. Yep. And then also when I was breathing, to try to keep my head on my this part. Yeah, actually I was telling them this part. It's kind of like this part. Yeah. And also I've been working on what breathing technique suits me, and I think the beat I'm going for is the 1-2. So 1, 2. So 1, breathing every 2 strokes. Okay. Exactly, breathing every 2 strokes. So I'll always see the same side. All right, good. Awesome. So, ready? Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah, not bending your knees. Alright. Remember last time you not to bend your knees?
Yeah. So, when you say you're kicking in a box, try to make sure that you go up the same heights. So like your legs are restrained.
You want together. Think of kicking together.
What do you mean by kicking together?
Like you don't want to. You don't want
they going around. Okay.
Almost like you trying to make it in a stream, like. Yeah. Because I noticed, well, that was really close to get a his kick, like almost like that. Whereas you had it like. You understand? You want it like in the middle, like almost like a propeller, like on a boat, like in the middle.
The thing I'm still really not that great at, and I think that kind of keeps me behind, is the leg movements, actually paddling water. And I thought that was going to be the easiest for me, because part of me being a novelty swimmer meant that I could already kind of do that. So I thought like just bettering it would be easier for me, but actually it's pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie.
Better kick.
The reason I wanted to do this was to see the difference between, I can't say that word, between a pro swimmer, a good swimmer, and me.
Go! Don't give up! Go! You're not done till you reach the end, my G. Yeah.
Okay, so
So we're calling it a wrap on today. I'm actually really happy because I achieved the main thing I wanted to, which is to become a more competent swimmer. Obviously, 2 days to do any kind of real challenge like swimming out is a little bit unrealistic, but I understand my limitations, and actually no, I'm not gonna say that. No limitations, no limits, because I still accomplished a huge feat, which is like to actually learn to swim in 2 days.
I feel more connected to the ocean. I really do. I'm like thinking about this whole beach life, you know, now, yeah. It was such a huge moment of growth for me, just learning how to swim, something as simple as that. And it's given me a high now to want to challenge myself more. So I'm already looking to the next thing to do. Like, what do I want to do? You know, just wake up in the morning and decide what you want to do, and then decide how you're going to make it happen. That determination that I had in the water, I think it definitely helped things progress for me, because I wanted to go harder. I wanted to try more. The second I was taught something new, I wanted to apply it. I wanted to just be in the water, you know, just bettering myself. And I mean, that's something I can apply to like all aspects of life. So yeah, that's it. I mean, if you feel inspired by this video at all, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. There's definitely a lot more to come. Yeah. Just watching this KFC van. Kind of getting hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Roll the clips, roll the clips.
Wait, you serious? Your feet touch it?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Be more relaxed, be more open to going with the waves, you know, going with the waves.
What's it like being on a national team?
It's really fun. I mean, you travel the Caribbean with your friends, creating new memories, meeting more people, you know, that love doing the same thing you love to do.
Is there any kind of like glass ceiling effect that you find here? Like you can't fully take it all the way if you stay in St. Lucia?
Yeah, one of the limiting factors is the pool that we have. Even though it's a great facility, an 8-lane, 25-meter pool, we have a really good facility. But you know, we need a 50-meter pool if we want to, you know, get to that next level of training.
Right.